Welcome to the Broken Perk Podcast.
Yeah.
I'm Raphael.
I'm your boy Jose.
And this is our first YouTube video. YouTube, we're doing it.
Yeah,
We're YouTubing.
It's getting done, guys.
We've been we've been telling you we're gonna get around to it. And we're finally getting around to it. For our millions of followers. Or no one listens to us.
No, more like the two people that listen to us weekly. Shout outs to y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all made this happen. Your moral support drove us through this quarantine.
We know for a fact at least one of them is our friend. But anyway, we're doing it, you guys. We're doing a YouTube thing. And it's going to be a new, interesting venture for us because doing the podcast thing, you know, when people can just, you know, they hear us, they listen to us, right? So they don't see any of our weirdness or any of our goings on behind the scene. You know, we could do that in our underwear, you know. But now we can still do it in our underwear. You guys just have to be okay with it.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, at this point, if we get taken down or whatever, we're dying by this shit, bro. We live or die.
Live and die by the sword.
Exactly. If we get taken down on YouTube, I don't even know what I'd do. I don't even know how to handle this website. I don't even know what to do on there.
Yeah, we're now. This is a whole new field, a whole new like landmine that we have to like navigate through, basically. And YouTube's changed a lot, so I mean.
Yeah. I mean, we had a whole episode last week about just like how we felt YouTube was going and stuff like that, and some of the old creators that we remember being a part of it.
Yeah,
and stuff like it is so fucking different now, man. Like it is crazy. Not to, you know, tread on that. You know, definitely go back and listen to our older episodes. But yeah, it's a different world now. Like it's so much more like artistic now and shit.
Yeah, but it's also gotten like it's in this weird like safe zone now, and we went over something like Jose said. Let's go back and like listen to like some of those prior episodes. Broken Perk Podcast on Spotify and Anchor and
look us up on Anchor. You can find us on Twitter as Broken Perk Podcast, but we'll go down the plugs later on.
Yeah,
by the end of the episode.
It's just a whole thing. It's just changed so much over the years, and now we're just, you know, we're riding this wave, and we see what happens.
Now we're fucking part of it. For the people that are, you know, just listening to us for the audio listeners, in our video we set the mood by having Queen Pokimane up there as our current background. Wallpaper Utility is an amazing fucking app. $4 on Steam. You can virtually have anything from any little fucking anime girl, whatever you're looking for, up to like fucking full blown like porn videos for some reason.
Yeah,
on these things.
That's the weird part. When you have, all right, this is one thing. This is hilarious, but this is one thing. Having full blown porn as like your backdrop there, as your background, is just all sorts of weird.
It's psychopath shit.
Yeah.
There, I said it. I don't give a fuck. Like, it's crazy to me. How would you have, like, a 30-minute fucking video you got off of, like, Brazzers or something as your wallpaper? Like, I don't know, man.
It's weird. Like, if you have, like, a sexy chick on your background, is whatever, right? But, like, just having a full-blown video just as your back, like, that's just weird.
Yeah.
You know, going over to your buddy's house and there's...
Hey, bro, check out this porn, bro.
But then there's this too.
Yeah. This is ridiculous.
She can be a part of the podcast.
Yes, we have her right here. No disrespect to Queen Pokey.
Yeah, God forbid she comes after us or something like that.
Yeah, no.
And we're not baiting, by the way.
No,
We are not don't get the smiles twisted. We are not fucking baiting.
Yeah, this is kind of a running gag now because we've talked about Twitch, especially like with us going into Twitch as well, because we both kind of tried it out in a way, And we had like a full blown episode as well about Twitch and you know its current superstars. You know?
And what's been going on those platforms. But like there's like other shit going on other platforms.
Yeah. Right now it's fucking.
So one of the biggest things is what's going on with well, I think the only biggest thing really that's happening in terms of like viewing platforms is with Mixer. They are partnering with Facebook, I think is what it was.
Facebook gaming.
So I don't know what's going on necessarily with. So, do we know if Mixer is just not Mixer, or is it just Mixer Facebook?
So here's how I understand it. And again, like we're not fucking experts. We don't have anybody on the inside, but this is what I've understood. It was just that, like, at a certain point in Mixer's life, the company was running on just like a skeleton team.
Yeah.
I think now when they paid out all those contracts and stuff like that, and they realized that they were spending way more money than they were getting, they were like, hey, we're calling this quits. And if you read the whole, like, thing that they had, where the whole statement, it sounded very, like, corporate, very like fucking we fucked these people, but like it is what it is type deal, because a lot of people only think of like the bigger streamers, like of course we're going to talk about Ninja, of course we're going to talk about Shroud and all that stuff, but a lot of smaller streamers that weren't necessarily partnered with Mixer, or the ones that were trying to get on that partnership program with them, are fucked.
Yeah,
because where do they go?
This says a lot about the whole scenario too, even just going back as far as like their move, like Ninja's initial move.
Yeah.
So we, everyone then ponders how much money did they get offered to make the move, and then how much money they're being given as like a buyout. Like I guess they had a contract. I don't think that they probably had a contract for like a few years or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think they met that.
No, not at all.
There's no way they met that, and that's why you're seeing such a big payout. They probably had something like, here's this amount of money, should the contract not be completed, or whatever the fuck
I believe they bought out the remainder of it. Like for Ninja, I think he was there for now like a year and some change now or something. So he got the remainder of that. Shroud made out like a fucking bandit because he signed on like 6 months ago for like a 3-year, $10 million contract. Man. So within 6 months, he made $10 million.
He put the bare minimum of work in. He didn't have to do nothing, and he got a nice payout.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow.
This is how we fucking do it, bro. Like, 6 months for fucking $10 million, bro?
For $10 million.
Sign me the fuck up, bro. Like, that's amazing. Shout outs to him. Mm-hmm. That's really fucking cool.
I guess, all right, so it sucks for them. Like, their whole, like, Mixer, like, the Mixer platform did not work out. Mm-hmm. Or it doesn't look like it's working out, obviously, right? Yeah. And it sucks for them, but obviously it benefited someone like Shroud greatly.
Yes, absolutely.
Ninja did have to put in a little bit more work. I would imagine he had the bigger contract, though. He had more time in and everything. So, both of them, regardless.
Yes.
Just got a lot of money. Mm-hmm. A lot of money, and they didn't have to put as much time as they did when they were on their other platforms.
Oh, absolutely.
And I would imagine, so that payout and that amount of money that was offered is like, here's all the money. Right? Here's all this money. We want you over here on this platform. You're not going to be on that platform, but we're giving you this amount because this amount is probably going to cover what he would have been making off the other platform.
Yeah.
So,
from what I understood and watching a lot of other people that are way smarter in this and just understand that realm a lot better than any of us do, the entire point of the move was like, so these guys were making a lot of money on Twitch, but they were also working a lot more on Twitch.
Yeah.
So for them to equate to the amount of money they were getting in that deal, it would be nonstop. For them to just do it and be like, well, I could just stream like 4-hour streams like 3 times a week. I have time for other things. I know I got this money. It's easier that way. It's way easier. And I totally agree with that. I wonder where these pieces lie now. Mm-hmm. Like now you have fucking The other thing was that, like, I believe Facebook was trying to buy out those contracts as well. They were trying to, I think, Mixer and part of that, deal, which, a lot of people are saying was a buyout anyways.
Mm-hmm.
They were trying to grab that talent, and I believe the offer on the table was like double that amount, apparently. And that's what they're saying on Twitter. Again, unverified at this fucking point. I don't want to fucking spread any fake news, but that's what I've been hearing.
So they took the money and left. I think that's the safer bet.
Yeah.
Rather than going over. All right. So here's the thing: they go over to another platform. So you have to try to get your guys that were following you on Twitch to follow you over to Mixer, and then to try to get them to follow you over to another platform again. You're playing around with you're playing around with money essentially.
Yeah, essentially.
So they just took a safe bet. Like, there aren't too many. I don't know what that base is looking like on Facebook. Do a lot of people, how many people are going to Facebook to like watch gaming, or we all know that Twitch is the bigger fucking platform.
So the big thing with Facebook is that it already has a user base of like 2 billion people. Or something like that, right? And they're counting on the fact that because everything's so connected.
Yeah, they're counting on that.
Yeah, that you could just get these people in there. And a lot of top streamers will say that that's like, if you want to grow fast, Facebook would be it, just because you're already started with an audience of of whoever's on your friends list.
Yeah.
So they already know that you're on there, which comparatively to Twitch, you're starting from nothing.
Yeah. But in their case, they're moving from Twitch, where they built that following, over to another platform.
Yeah.
For me, if I was in that situation, I would take that money and go.
Yeah. No.
I'm not gonna keep on doing this shuffle, and I think we had spoken about it earlier. Ninja has a YouTube channel, anyway.
Yeah, and he has a massive amount of fucking subscribers on there, anyways.
So he could just chill over there. Yeah. If anything, if he still wants to rake in more money, which brings me to another thing. Like, if I have $30 million, I'm done. I don't have to do anything else. I just chill at that point. Sure, it'd be a matter of letting down your fans and shit like that.
Yeah.
I guess it's better to go out gracefully, or say, hey, look, I'm gonna be around for a little bit more time, and then that's it. But and then that sounds bad. It sounds greedy. Oh, just give me the money and I'm out of here. But does Ninja need to do anything else after this? Because now that he went from one platform to another, and now he's off that platform too, he doesn't really need to do anything if he doesn't want to.
And that's just speaking on fucking just pure numbers, right?
Yeah.
Because we both don't fucking watch Ninja's content. I don't play Fortnite. You certainly don't play Fortnite. So, I mean, and I know he plays other games and shit. So fuck that. But at the
his hair is blue. So
his hair is blue. Well, my hair is fucking green right now, so fuck that.
Yeah,
but come on, blue. No, but fucking he could do whatever the hell he wants at this point.
Yeah,
and I think that he wanted to move from that kind of lifestyle, anyways. He wanted to get out of this, streaming all the fucking time and having to rely on that. I think it feels a lot better now to do whatever you want with that fucking safety net. Yeah. Of getting paid out everything.
He can do whatever he wants.
He can do whatever the fuck he wants now. And I wonder what exactly he's going to do.
Yeah.
And Shroud probably just moves on somewhere else. He probably just moves to Twitch or something like that. Because that was, I think in Ninja's case, that was probably something that was wow. All right, cool. So this just kind of expedites everything that I was trying to do. For Shroud, again, another person that I don't really watch their content, but a lot of other people are betting on him just going back to Twitch.
Yeah.
It's Alpha Gaming and shit like that.
I see him going back. But for Ninja, I don't think he'll go back. The other thing is that his departure from there was surrounded by a bunch of controversy and a bunch of BS and stuff like that. So and that would almost kind of feel like the dog coming back with his tail between its legs scenario. Mm-hmm. And I don't think he'll do it. I think he's got a little bit too much pride. I don't even know if Twitch is gonna be come back home.
There was a good case of that. I know they stripped their accounts once they leave. So once you leave, you and you sign an exclusivity deal elsewhere, you fucking like lose your partnership with them. Of course, you lose everything else. So you become a bare bones channel right from the beginning. Of course, you have a built-in fucking subscriber base of like, I think in Ninja's case it's like 14 fucking million people. Like, but you start from like the start. The cool thing about Facebook Gaming though is that their deals are not exclusive. Oh, so and that's real tempting. I know that for a lot of people.
That means you can be there on that platform and just float around and stuff, and you don't have to be like restricted, which means you can make more money.
Yeah,
essentially doing other things. But I mean, I don't know. I think I'm just more simple in terms of like my thought when it comes to money. Do I need more money, et cetera, et cetera? I don't know. But whatever.
I feel that.
People, get your monies.
Yeah,
get your monies. I'm not saying don't get your monies. Get your monies. I need monies.
Yeah, we need money. But yeah, no, I feel you 100%. I guess it's just in I guess it's just like the benefit of being in that situation, right? Like if you're somebody like Ninja who had been doing this I think for like 10 years plus, right? I guess if you look at it, right, if I were to just stop here, then that means that all my time was worth what, like 30 million or something like that, whatever they paid him out, 10 million. And I think for a lot of those guys, it becomes like, how can I build this fucking wealth?
Yeah.
To then eventually be like, well, this is what all that hard work was for.
Yeah.
Rather than like to us, where it's just like fucking, from being regular people to just earning $10 million, then I think that choice for us is a lot easier to be like,
I'm good.
I'm leaving.
Yeah.
There's definitely going to be a lot of endorsement deals there with Ninja. There's going to be a lot of fucking...
I mean, it's free talent, right? I read you on that. A lot of the times, and this is not to get too deep into that aspect of like how you live your life or whatever, but like once you get that much money too, then you begin to like live outside of like what used to be your means. You get me? Like if I only make this small amount of money, then I have to live within those means. But now that I have this much money, I can.
Yeah, do whatever.
Those means are much bigger for me now.
Yeah. And it's that's a great point too. Like I think your quality of life becomes much different at that point. Like I have $10 million. Like so apparently the like from what I had heard from other sources, right? Like was just like, all right, yeah, like these people were regularly breaking like millions of dollars without the deal, right? And that's how they evaluated up to a deal of like, all right, you're worth $10 million over 3 years. So I mean, at that point, their quality of life was probably already up, right? Like this was just a means of just lightening the fucking workload, and then just fuck it, I got it in the bag already.
If their deal was that, right, they have a lighter workload, and here's a good amount of dough and everything like that, that's good for the sake of burnout.
Yeah.
Right? Because you get a lot of these guys that they'll be streaming for hours and hours and hours on end, and you've seen a lot of these guys, even just people on YouTube, that will do a 15-minute video, and that video will take a certain amount of time to do or whatever. Yes. And it's just that always doing it, that always doing the videos, and you get burnt out. So I would imagine that benefited them like in some way, at least like in a mental capacity.
Yeah.
And like in some cases, even better for like someone like Shroud, he didn't have to put in that much work, and he got this dope payout.
Yeah.
But that would have presented a good prospect. Like if Mixer was still sticking around in its capacity, it would have presented a good prospect for a lot of these bigger guys that have been streaming for a long time and that are starting to suffer that burnout. There's a platform I can go to where I can still kind of upkeep everything, without having to put in so much work. But maybe that's also why Mixer hasn't been as successful either.
Mixer offered nothing. That's just what it was. Like when you look at everybody else that offered something, right? Like at least YouTube had a bunch of fucking content creators on there already, and they had like a built-in user base that was like, all right, cool. Like we could dig from here if you want to stream here. Like, and that's a pretty impressive user base. Facebook, again, I think like 2 billion people are on Facebook. That's another impressive pool to dig from. But Mixer kind of just started from nothing. on like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm gonna be a better Twitch.
Yeah,
and
that
I don't
makes
think
it-
they ever showed.
Yeah. It makes it really rough, you know. They had, I mean, they pulled exactly what, I mean, they did what Epic did.
Yeah.
When the Epic Store, like, it came around, it was just buying whatever they could buy so that people would come to their platform instead. But it didn't have much to offer. So it was very similar scenarios. But yeah, it was just, there's no foundation there. There was no real, I mean, there's a foundation there, right? But like, it hasn't been around as long.
No.
You know, it's not yet really proven, you know. They just bought people to make
Yeah.
it look like it was bigger than what it is, and
Well, that's the thing. There was no foundation either.
Yeah.
Like the only thing that would be considered like, oh, this is a foundation, is that it was back from Microsoft.
that's what I was considering
But,
as that.
but even then, like that's shaky at best,
Yeah.
right? Like you're looking at Twitch, and Twitch is a fucking monster. Like Twitch owns like a ridiculous amount of the market
Yeah.
share when it comes to like these streaming websites. I think it's like standing at like 70% of like 70+% completely there, and
Yeah.
everybody else just eats up the rest of that 20-something% left. So I think like even then, like it was hard for Microsoft to do that, and in their thing, they again in their release, they were like, yeah, no, we don't have time for this. Like we have Project xCloud rolling out, and we'd rather work with Facebook to push xCloud as a way to kind of like, you know, further that, because we feel like that's, you know, the
Yeah.
better like fucking
it's not, I mean, it's a good idea though.
yeah.
You know, it helps to open up to like a wider audience that way too. I think that's what they really have their sights set on.
Yeah.
It's Project xCloud.